Hey everyone, it's Adam from Stuff Adam Likes, and today we're going to be looking at public goods. But first, let's roll the intro. So, what is Public Goods? It is a direct-to-consumer shopping site that is membership-based. So it's $59 a year, sign up for a membership, and you get access to purchasing any of their products. They do have a 2-week trial period in case you just want to check it out and see what it's like. So what kind of stuff can you buy in Public Goods? You can get personal care items like shampoo and soap. You can get groceries. You can get cleaning products. You can get dog food. They have pretty wide variety, CBD, essential oils, just things that you would need. So everyday essentials for the household. So before we get any further, I just want to let everyone know that I did receive these products that you see before me as a free sample to review, but I'm not being compensated in any other way by Public Goods for this review. So it's going to be straightforward, going to be honest, and I'm going to shoot straight, tell you exactly the right thing. So let's dive into it. So what is Public Goods as a brand? They're really founded on sustainability. For example, they offset all of the carbon of their shipping. For every order that you place, they plant a tree. They work with a few other kind of nonprofit organizations. For example, expired food gets donated. When it comes to packaging, these guys, instead of petroleum-based plastic, they try to use sugarcane whenever possible. So they're really thinking through, how do we make shopping for, again, the things that you need every day a little bit more sustainable. So I definitely appreciate that fact about the brand. Let's go ahead and take a look at kind of the things you see here. So first of all, kind of a commentary on the design. So I love the minimalism. I love kind of a brand that's basically just, trying to kind of get themselves out of the way and focus on kind of the design. And so I really feel like they've accomplished that. It's designed to sort of blend into your surroundings and not stand out like on a grocery shelf. So I think that's a nice way to summarize their minimalistic design, which I appreciate. So let's look at each of these things in turn. So first of all, let's start with the surface cleaner. So I really like actually the scent. Just very sensitive guy. And so a lot of, kind of aromas of typical cleaning products tend to bother me, but this didn't really bother me so much. I think it's kind of just a pleasant, not too in your face smell. So I really appreciate that. And it cleans up really nicely. It sprays pretty well. So beyond that, I don't know what more you could ask for out of a surface cleaner. Let's go ahead and jump next to this soap product. So we'll stay in the kind of the personal care realm. So this is their hand soap product. And again, I would say similar sort of feedback from the surface cleaner in that the smell is minimal. So again, I don't love heavily perfumed, heavily scented type of hand soaps, and I found this to be pleasant without being overwhelming. So you can tell something's there. I liked what was there, but it didn't kind of linger, it didn't stay with me forever. The pumping action works well. And again, I love kind of just the minimal appearance of the bottle. And again, I love the fact that it's vegan friendly and cruelty free. Those are kind of big points in my book. So wet wipes. So in that same personal care realm, I feel like you can never have enough of these days. When you're out and about and you use the gas pump, you want to wipe down your cart before you grab it at the grocery store. There's just so many uses of a wet wipe, like literally infinite. Of course, there is kind of the sustainability angle, which is challenging because you are creating waste. Kind of the nice thing about these is that they are sensitive skin safe, hyperallergenic, alcohol free, baby safe, so not just for adults. Cruelty free. And then the interesting thing about this is it's actually made with bamboo fiber, so bamboo cellulose. Okay, so let's kind of shift to sort of the food and consumption items. So I love these this set of bamboo straws. So it comes in this little linen bag there. And so you get a set of 6 straws. But overall, I like the concept of a bamboo straw. It's interesting. They're all kind of pretty different diameters. I don't think that's going to be a problem when it comes to actually drinking. And then it does also come with a little cleaning brush that you can use to actually kind of get in there and really scrub to make sure that the insides are clean. So I do like that. Again, I like the fact that they're reusable. I like the fact that they're made out of bamboo, and as opposed to metal straws, which can sometimes have a little bit of a tang or a little bit of a taste to them. I like the fact that that bamboo, there's no real taste when I'm drinking. So I think that's nice. Okay, so moving on to kind of the food products here. So let's start with the ramen. Obviously, there's different grades of quality of ramen. It's hard to sort of judge a ramen on any sort of truly, objective scale. But I think overall, this guy was really nice. It's not fresh, so these are, just the standard kind of dried noodles. And, 4 minutes, they're done, strain, add the sauce packet. And I thought it was really good, actually. Like, I of course, if you go to a restaurant, if you're going to get fresh made ramen, you're going to have a different experience. But for ramen out of a pack, I thought it was really decent. I enjoyed it, honestly. And that's where the hot sauce comes in. So I actually added a couple drops of, more than a couple, of this garlic habanero hot sauce from Public Goods. And it was very vinegary, but it was really good. And it actually, the flavors worked really well between the two. And so I was really happy that I got both of those together with the order because, again, that combo was actually delicious. The hot sauce is preservative free, which I appreciate. The ramen, of course, you're going to run into high sodium, but what can you expect kind of out of a, prepackaged product that's going to have a pretty decent shelf life. So it is what it is. That's kind of the table stakes for pre-made ramen, but overall it was pretty good. And again, you get a pack of 5, so it's a pretty decent deal, I would say. They come out to be, I think, like $2 a piece. So finally, the Cantochini. So these are really good. Definitely would recommend with some sort of coffee or tea. Of course, they are kind of a hardened almond cookie, so that's kind of how they're designed to be. So so they are hard. They're not just necessarily something that if you want that kind of soft experience, but similar to biscotti. And I like the fact that these are organic. They're non-GMO and all natural. I really enjoy these. I thought they had a really nice almond flavor. They went really well with coffee. So these guys are the key things that I got from Public Goods. So now let's talk about kind of overall my kind of ratings or experience of Public Goods. So I would say that the overall experience, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5. I mean, the only slight little kind of mark would be like, for some reason there's just a little bit of gunkiness on the hot sauce. It was underneath the sealed tamper-proof kind of black plastic wrap, right? So I don't believe it was tampered with. I think it was just something random in the manufacturing that just left a little bit to be desired, but nothing major. And so so that was my only thing. I mean, again, I love the sustainability. I love the shipping. Everything was packaged really carefully, especially kind of the stuff that you would worry, like if it exploded, it would leak all over. It was packaged very carefully and wrapped very nicely. The glass bottles, all of these were sealed inside another plastic bag. So, so I thought the shipping was very good experience. It's easy to sign up for a membership. I haven't tried to cancel, but I would assume that the cancellation process is easy. And I think the pricing is decent. I think that it's not kind of rock bottom. So again, there's going to be Costco's, there's going to be other brands out there that are going to try to compete on price and will come in, slightly lower on a kind of volume basis, right? But I would say it's just a step above that, right? So it's not bottom of the barrel, but it's not premium pricing. And again, that membership fee kind of unlocks that lower pricing. So I would say for what you get, I would say it's 5 out of 5 stars in terms of value, because I do believe that you are getting a lot for the cost. So I would say overall, Public Goods is stuff Adam likes. So for me, I think kind of the minimal design and the minimal brand that they're going after is something that I really appreciate. I think that the sustainability element is so important. I mean, to know that the brand that I'm shopping with, I instantly get carbon offset and the shipping automatically without kind of having to do anything, that's kind of a part of their process already. I think that's awesome. And I think planting a tree every time is awesome. I think the way that they're, intentionally trying to use alternative materials to, produce some of their plastic, because again, we just can't quite get away from plastic and have the levels of cost that we want. And so, that's the balance. That's what we're struggling with right now as a society, as a world, I think. So I think that they are doing whatever they can to sort of minimize that. And again, I think I like all the products I got. I mean, again, this is just a very, very small sampling of their entire store, right? And so, so I'd encourage you to check it out. I encourage you to, again, during those free 2 weeks of your membership start, just order a bunch of different stuff instead of, shopping at another store. You could try Public Goods and have it come to your door and feel good about the products that you're getting and the environmental impact that it's having. So overall, guys, that's my review. I would say this is stuff Adam likes. I really enjoyed my experience with Public Goods, and I'm gonna keep ordering myself. So if you have any questions, or if you have any thoughts on kind of your experience with Public Goods, I'd love to hear it, just because, again, this is my experience and I'd love to hear yours. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas on what I should review next, I would love to hear it. Please reach out to me, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.